So guys, I was looking at John chapter 21 verse 22, and that was the event where Simon Peter went off to fish and could not find fish. And once Jesus told him to fish on the other side, of the right side of the boat, he was able to get a multitude of fish where he got an overflow of fish. And usually, that's a verse someone may preach about when they want to speak about overflow, when they're speaking about being obedient, maybe when they're speaking about trying again. I have also talked on that subject, but that is not what I want to talk to you guys about today. I was reading the verses, again, John 21, verses 1 to 22. And what kept sticking out to me was the very last verse, in verse 22. And I'm doing a little bit of ad-libbing here, not word for word, but what he's saying, speaking about, is the disciple that is with him. He was with Simon Peter, and then he was with God. This is the same disciple that told them that it was Jesus that was speaking to them. And so, for whatever reason, this disciple kept sticking out to Simon Peter, and he decided to ask God who he was, and God said, "What business of yours of who this man is, or who this is? If my will be that he be here, do as I say." Or he says, maybe he says, "Follow me as I go," or something like that. I'm gonna have to get back with y'all on that. Let me go back and look. I'll be back. So when Simon Paul asked about the disciple and who he was, Jesus responded by saying, if it is thy will that he remain until I come, what is that to you? You follow me. And I had to take a moment back. I had to read it like maybe 3 times, because I was like, dog, Jesus was straight to the point. He was like, that ain't your business. If it's my will that he remains until I come, what is that to you? You follow me, meaning do what I'm telling you to do. Don't worry about what's going on with this one over here. And what that made me think about is when we go through life and we stick out, and we don't know necessarily why we stick out. We might not know until later on in life that, we had a special calling on us, or there's something special about us. There's something special about all of us. But it's different when it sticks out so much that you can't understand what's going on with yourself. And it's different when the enemy might try to turn it into something else. And so I just wanted to point that out, that God has your back. Jesus has your back. Don't be worried about the other people when, they can't figure out why you're sticking out so much, or what is it about you, and they can't quite figure it out. Now, if you don't know, then it's up to you to go to Jesus, go to God and ask, what is it that you would have me to do? What is it that's so special about me? What have you put on my heart to do, God, to glorify your kingdom? Because that's what it is. It's something he's put on the inside of you to glorify his kingdom. But it's up to you to ask. And if you don't want to know, then that's on you. But if it's something that you do want to know and something you want to understand, you have to pray for understanding and ask God to show you what is it that you would have me to do. So I just wanted to make sure that I told you guys that, because it's a lot of times that, like I said, we're walking through life and we're growing up, and there's things that's going on inside of us, but we might not necessarily know how to figure it out or how to get it out of us. And we don't do the praying and seeking that we could do to find out. So I wanted to make sure that I tell you all that, and to let you know that you are special. And there is something great on the inside of you, and I want you to get to it. God has your back regardless. Don't worry about everybody else. And just like he said to the disciple, he wants you to be here until he comes back. So don't worry about everybody else. We all have a job to do in the kingdom. It doesn't necessarily mean pastoring. There's more things that have to be done than pastoring. There's more things that has to support the church being the people. The people are the church, not the building. But the building is where we gather, because we all need that support system. Even if you think you don't need it and you like, I'm good by myself. Yeah, you are for the most part. But there are those times when you need somebody that you may need to pray for you or fight with you or help you get through whatever it is that you're going through in life. Because as we all know, life is full of different things, full of surprises, and you never know what's coming. So it's important to be around those people that are like-minded, so that when you go through those things, you have somebody to help you through it and to get through it and show you what to do. So that's why that relationship with people is important under the building or in the building of the church, or even if you don't have a building, having that community there. You always hear people say it takes a village, or it takes a village to raise a child, either way. But I'm just now kind of understanding that, because I see where people have a village. They may have their mom to support, their sister to support, or a best friend to support. I have all of those things, which are very important to me. But it still takes a village to, yes, to raise a child, but also to be a support system to somebody that needs it, whether it's a child or an adult. So I just want to make sure that, like I said, to point that out, it's important to have a relationship with like-minded people. Even in business, people have great businesses, but you can only get so far. You have to make those alliances and get relationships with people in order for your business to grow. So in order for you to grow, in order for you to have that community that you need, you have to be around those people. And a great way to start is having a church family. And like I said, it doesn't have to be in a building. A building is a great place to gather, but if you don't have the building, they got all kind of things. You got Facebook groups, you got supporting groups, all those things around. So there's no excuse now. You have no excuse to not have a support somewhere that you can go to, someone that you can talk to. And there are people all over social media that are eager to talk, but you have to do your due diligence in figuring out if that's a person or a group that you should be a part of or that you should talk to. And God says to pray about all things. So it doesn't just mean, great spiritual things, but also everyday choices in life. And, if you do find a group or a group of people that you would like to be a part of, pray and ask about, pray about it and, ask. Just say, God, I want to be a part of this group. It seems like a group that would be great for me. Is this something that I should be a part of? And he'll tell you. And don't worry about how he'll tell you. He'll tell you where you can understand and where you can hear him. And, yeah. So that's what I really wanted to get through to you guys today was, don't worry about sticking out. You're supposed to stick out, and God has your back. You just keep doing what you're doing, and he'll let those others know, don't worry about this one, I got this one. And also to let you know that, being a part of a church family is important. It's important to have that support system around you. So I hope that this has encouraged you in every way. I send you great love, great peace, and I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one, okay? Bye.